What is Liam's name in the Discord? Do you know? Well, let me go in there and see what they're talking about. Let me turn the volume up.
Okay. Well, I hope their situation for that works out.
I know Kintal. It was the person I thought it was.
There's probably going to be people.
Oh, shit. Come up if you want to.
There's probably going to be people coming here just to, since I'm jumping in live boxes. I don't know what the heck is going on, and I'm just here. I'm jumping in live boxes, and I'm watching people coming in. I'm watching people enter the chat and then leave. I'm like, all right, hold on. Since I'm a mod, come on real quick. Put you in.
Put you in the mini box.
Here we go. I'm in my
I'm in my other live on my other account right now, but Maddie, I wanted to bring to your attention, as well as Nan's, that Chaos here, Josh, is a predator and he's a danger towards women. He is again currently stalking, harassing, and trying to bully, intimidate yet another woman within our community. And we've decided that we've had enough of Josh. And in order to get rid of him and his antics, that we're asking all of our alliance and our friends, our acquaintances, or whoever we do cross communities with, to also stand with us in turning our backs against Josh. I'm going to tell you, I don't give a shit what you have to say. How about that one? You are a predator. You are a predator. Go ahead. It's not going to make me stop calling you what you are. Factual, stalking, harassing, bullying, intimidating predator. Predator. Sue me. Sue me. You're a predator. You don't give a fuck because you are a predator. You are a danger to the women in our society and our communities, period. You are actively, once again, stalking, harassing, bullying, and trying to intimidate another woman. Again, as typical, as is the same thing you did to the women before. There are people in my life currently telling their stories on your behaviors and the disgusting, despicable things that you do towards women. I don't give a shit what you have to say. Your legal term means nothing to me. You are a fucking predator, you sick bastard.
You're bringing down the vibes of a lie that has nothing to do.
I don't give a fuck. I am warning the people I care about that you are a fucking predator. And they deserve to know. And everyone will know. Anytime you get in a box with anyone that I care about, I will let them know that you are a fucking predator. Have a great day, everyone. I'm going back to my live. Prove it, bitch.
You have to prove.
Hi, payout edition. This is for.
Okay. Sorry.
Last time he pissed me off, I caused a very bad thunderstorm in his area and knocked out his internet in power to his whole fucking city. Let's watch.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what he has. I'm telling you to cease and desist. You will go to jail. Defamation. I don't give a blah, predator.
He ain't spiritual. He ain't nothing but a predator. If anybody's on here watching thinking he has power because he makes these videos about magic, he's cosplaying. He ain't nothing. What he's good at is attacking your account, reporting your account, harassing you. That's what he's good at. Weak.
Well, the thing is, he likes to play in this legal gray field, right? He will use a whole bunch of fake accounts and act like there's no proof, there's no proof. Yeah. He's a fucking predator. There's proof that he's a predator. And I don't need the fucking proof, dude. Like, the people he's doing it to are here currently right now. Right
there
now.
It is again. Using you there it is again right there what April said, using the doll. Using the doll as a means to an end.
He even got Uncle Birch pissed at him.
Uncle Birch has stayed out of all the drama for a good while now. That took a bit to get him pissed.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, he stayed out of all the bullshit and in all sides of everything for a good long time.
Yep. I can't believe he's doing that to some, but it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, you're bringing down the vibe in someone else's live. Don't expose me here. Give me a fucking break. You think Maddie's gonna fucking take your word over me, bitch?
And the person that came to me about him going into their DMs was he was pissed off because Dragon was attacking Sav in a live, so instead of talking to Dragon, he went at another woman.
Yeah, he went after fucking Gen Witch.
Now he's commenting on my newest video.
He sat there and told me, and I sent the proof to Liam. I said Regina has told him to stop.
Let me see your phone
leave
real
her
quick.
alone. She put up a firm boundary for him to leave her alone. So that's when he told me that he was using Redline to stalk her and give her information because he needed to know for himself that she was okay.
So, going on that factor right there, the fact that he tried, because I didn't know about the Gen Witch. This was somebody else that came to me about it. He's doing the same thing. He used Sav as a reason to go with this person. He uses Redline as a reason the person. He's using other people to go at them, and it's one of those, and they're probably not even involved. He's just name dropping.
Hold on. The proof that I sent Liam, Maddie, I'll send it to you.
Hold on really quickly. I'm sitting right next to Liam, so here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the proof that I sent you, Liam, was him saying that he didn't care about the boundaries that she put on, that he was not going to stop until he was satisfied that she was okay, which was him rationalizing his disgusting behavior of continuing to stalk her and use other people to do so to feed him information until he felt he was okay.
Where'd you send it to?
I sent it to your Facebook Messenger.
I didn't receive it on my Facebook Messenger.
You responded. I'll send it again.
I responded?
Yeah. This was Liam, you did, because the same time when I sent it to Holiday, and Holiday's like, I don't fucking care, and you told me it was none of your business.
What? So here's what happened. And if you want the reality of what happened there, okay? Because I saw the text messages between the two of them. What happened was, she got raped, right? Okay. She called him and said, I got raped, I'm in the hospital, and demanded that he drop everything that he was fucking doing in the middle of work to come to the hospital. He said, give me a few minutes so I can pack up, so I can come down there and talk to you about what's going on. I'm freaked out. What happened? she blocked him and flipped the fuck out at him and accused him of not being fucking supportive. And I've read every single one of those messages. He left her the fuck alone, other than one message that he sent her saying, I care about you, I don't understand what's going on, I'm just checking in on you, and I'm not going to stop until I know you're safe. That's what he said, and it was manipulated and twisted. And now that they broke up again, she's off spinning the truth to suit her narrative.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know who you're talking about.
Josh.
I'm talking about him and Regina.
Who the fuck is Regina?
He's talking about Sav and Josh.
I'm not talking about Sav and Josh. I don't know what's going on with Sav and Josh. All I know is again, he's doing the same tactics that he did when it came to Regina. I've been mutuals with both of them for the past week and watching both of them make videos. Her wanting to protect himself and saying there's a boundary here, and then him turning around and fucking like making innuendo and slights to her through saying, doing his baneful shit. The same tactics that he did with Regina that I sent you proof on. When he told me about Regina that he was not going to stop until he's satisfied in knowing that she is okay. I am not talking about Sav.
But but it ain't really right bringing up what happened to Sav like he just did either, man. That's not cool.
I didn't even know anything about that.
That's not cool.
I didn't know anything about that either.
I thought you were talking about Sav. I thought you were talking about Sav in that situation because Sav is the last girl he dated.
No, I was talking about when I sent you proof about the situation of him actively stalking Regina.
Yeah,
and I was saying he's a danger to our community because he's using people in Norse Talk to keep tabs on us under the guise of protecting us when there have been firm boundaries put in place for him to leave us alone. I'm saying us. I don't mean us because I was never.
And that was public knowledge, by the way. She already talked about that multiple times on TikTok with multiple people within the friend circle. And if you're talking about that situation, I was setting the record straight for what happened with the communication between those two.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You can word it differently. That you need to give some respect right there. I mean, that for anybody that's gone through that, that's bullshit.
Well, I think the reason why there's confusion is
publicly talk about your trauma on a public platform coming from a child victim, myself, who put a man in prison. If you publicly tell your story, then your story's out there. People are going to know about it and people are going to talk about it, period. So to pull that's fucked up, no, you're talking to two people who went through that. If you put your fucking shit out there, then your shit's out there, period.
I don't
think that's the point. I think we're deviating from the point. Please, let's not do that. Like, if Liam thought we were talking about Sav, he thought it was public knowledge. I'm not going to go into that and turn this on Liam. The point is Josh. Josh, again, is doing again, because what I find interesting is that you thought we were talking about Sav, and we were not. We were talking about Regina. So, again, he is not going to stop until he feels satisfied that they are okay. Regardless of what boundary is put there in front of him of, hey, do not cross. I don't feel safe with you anymore. His response immediately is, I'm not going to stop until I am satisfied.
And I think where the confusion is happening is it seems like this same scenario is played out multiple times to the point that just in a general sense, it's been played out so many times that it automatically just melds into everything else. You thought just by the situation in hand, you thought it was one situation. She's talking about a completely different one. That is
point check in hand. It's repetitive behavior that he's been doing in the community for years. And that's why he went to go hide in Norse Talk when we were going after him about Regina. And the stalking and the gang stalking, the cyber stalking, using people from Norse Talk to keep tabs on us, to feed them information, all of that. That's why he went and hid like he did. And now he's trying to hide into paranormal talk. And he knows this is going down. He was in this live. And then when we were like, we're turning our back on him, we're going to make sure that everyone that he goes into a box with, we're going to let them know that they are holding a prisoner in their space. I'm not prisoner. A predator in their space. And that's what I did. Because I do care about you, Maddie, and I do care about you, Liam. And that man is a full-on predator. And I know that he has his own issues, and I know that he just wants to be loved and accepted, but that does not excuse the fact that he is an actual predator.
And
And
there's
he's
too
been
many
doing
people,
too many instances of the same occurrence.
right? Because there's two more people that have talked to me that I can't share, that don't walk in the same circles, that have said the exact same things.
I gave Josh another chance. He knows why I blocked him. Because it was a whole thing in the Discord. Everyone was trying to be like, aha, she blocked Josh, blah, blah, blah. Because I sent you screenshots and I sent Holiday screenshots. And both people told me that they did not care. So I left it alone. And I just blocked him.
I didn't say I
from
didn't
everything.
care. I said that's not any of my business.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Because
It's none of your business. Because you were not his go-fee.
I don't get involved in that type of drama, which is why I was saying, if you're talking about this situation currently, about the situation that happened, Josh shared all the screenshots between her and him with the communication as to what happened. And I know damn well that he was during that time not doing any of that type of behavior at that time. So if somebody's going to be accusing him of that, they better damn well have fucking proof of it.
So that's why I brought up the point that I found interesting that you use the same verbiage with Saab that what he did with Regina. Okay? Because this is repetitive behavior. And he is making videos trying to threaten and intimidate by doing baneful castings. You could see the timeline of when they started splitting up again this last time, and how they're both like, she's wanting a boundary, he's like, fuck your boundary, and then he's like, fine, fuck you, and then does a whole bunch of baneful workings. We know how he operates.
Yep.
We know
Well,
he thinks he's
that's the case.
chaos and the villain.
If that's the case. I'm looking through the text messages that you sent me, and I do not see any screenshots that you sent me. I see some stuff about. Let me scroll back down to it. I saw some stuff about, hey, I've been seeing a lot of videos on this woman. You're calling out and just saw yours where you said, go watch the TDC page. There's that conversation. You sent me a few like meme shots and some things like that.
All I'm asking for is proof on any of it. That's the same thing that I've asked for, is like, if there's evidence to this, fine, and I will happily fucking be like, hey, I'll call this out. I will. That's how I am.
Right.
And that's how Liam is. But all I need is enough evidence to believe it myself and be able to back my claim. Because I won't make one that I can't back. The same way I say my mother is an alleged P3DO. The reason why it's alleged is she was never fucking convicted. But I know what the fuck was done to me. Right? There's a reason that I still put alleged there.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just forward you the same screenshots that I forwarded to Holiday, because those, I guess, I don't know what happened to them, Liam, but I know I remember us having the conversation, and you told me it was not your business, that you didn't want no part of it.
And the reason I came up in the live whatnot is because it was starting to turn into, because he calls himself heathen, it was all of us. It's like, no. If this is the situation, it's him. It's not us. It's him.
So, Sub, you're saying, oh, defend this, defend that. I'm not defending anything at all. This is literally my first encounter with the motherfucker. Like, listen, legitimately, I don't know the fool. But if I'm gonna speak out on something, Oracle knows this. I will fucking write a goddamn motherfucking book and publish that shit. Okay, I've done it before, we'll do it again. I will write fucking newspaper articles about it. Done that shit, we'll do it again. I don't fucking care to what extent I need to go, but I have to be able to back my claim. I worked in a corrupt fucking nonprofit for a year and a half to gather fucking evidence to write a news article that has now spurred local politicians to take action. When I tell you all I need is enough evidence to believe it myself, prove it. I'm asking you to send me enough evidence for me to stand on my conviction. That is all.
And here's the other thing too, like, people don't understand this whole mob mentality. Just because somebody accused somebody of something without evidence, even if there's a small amount of evidence that could possibly point to that,
That's not enough tangible evidence to convince me to ostracize somebody just because someone happens to be pissed off. You
Right.
want to talk about evidence? You
I
better
have no
bring a
dog in the
whole
fight,
fucking
bro.
book worth of evidence.
I have no dog in the fight. What I have is acknowledgement of a repetitive pattern that I have watched. Because, first of all, Regina and I were never fucking friends. Ever. And the reason why I blocked him was because I was in private conversation with him and he was telling me that he's not going to stop until he's satisfied. That line, that sentence
All we're saying
tells me where someone's mentality is. So,
if you have evidence that he is doing what you're doing, we will gladly.
okay, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it. Let me find it.
Okay, Sav, hold on. Sav, this is the thing that I will ask you then. And I will not ask you to put it publicly. Your lawyer believes there's enough evidence and the police believe there's enough evidence, is what you're saying. Case number. I will never fucking share your case. I will never fucking share your case number. I just want to know, is it being investigated? Because this is not the first time someone has accused someone, said that there's a case, etc., 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 and there wasn't one. They did that in Church of Lucifer. They did that against multiple people. And I'm telling you, as somebody who took down a fucking cult as much as Dragon wants to claim it was him, it was very much me, Tenor, and Dark with a little bit of help from someone that I absolutely despise, but the credit is his, Satan Psalms. Okay? We took down a cult because we didn't believe, hey, yeah, there's already this federal investigation going on until we saw the fucking case numbers, and it took us reporting it. So if you want you want the tangible evidence to be known, if you want this person to be called out and ostracized and out of these spaces, fine. All I'm asking for is enough proof to stand on that conviction. Period. That's it. That's all.
And if you have a court case, just like any legal thing, and I'll give this advice because I've been through enough court cases.
And also, it wouldn't be impeding the investigation at all to give a case number and county it's out of. Because what that does is that tells me, hey, the police are involved, one. Then I bite my tongue. How long did I bite my tongue, Shadow? Everyone was saying, Maddie, release what you have. 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 And I said, nope, there's a federal case.
Right.
I'm still biting my tongue 2 years later on a federal case that I know about. That could destroy somebody that I'm watching from the shadows. I am still biting my fucking tongue on that. I'm not going to give out your case. All I'm saying is if you want him to leave you alone and you want people to deplatform him, I need enough proof to do so. That's all. And if you want to know how easy it is, I've seen accounts wiped in 30 seconds. I've seen people's identities disappear off of the internet. I just need enough proof to make it fucking happen. Only disclose what the attorney tells you to disclose, Sav. But I'm telling you right now, a legal case is not going to inhibit an impending case. Like a case number being like, this is the case number, it is being investigated, is not going to impede it or impede it at all. However, I would still ask your attorney what is okay and what isn't okay. All I'm asking for is enough proof to stand on my conviction because I don't know the motherfucker. I don't have a dog in the fight. But if there is a predator on this app, I am happy to get him disappeared off of it.
And that's what we were
I
talking
just
about
need the
earlier,
proof to do so.
because he maneuvers in that gray area when it comes to the law. He skates the line of legal versus illegal by making all the fake accounts and messaging people through fake accounts and all the shit that he does. It's very hard to get a conviction out of that anyway. So we've decided, because this has been going on for years now, that we've been like saying, turning our back to Josh. I thought Josh turned over a new leaf, so I unblocked him and let him back into the space. And when I did, I started seeing the same pattern of behavior again. That is why I said, we are not going to get this guy in legal ways because he skates the line, which a lot of people love to do on this app, especially on this app. And the only way we're going to get him to stop is if we warn each other as a community that this behavior is a pattern, it's repetitive, and it's now he's affecting another person.
Warren,
I have someone here called Boss Witch.
Let me be so fucking clear right now. This is
Boss Witch. Do you see it, Drunken?
Huh?
yeah, I see it too.
Confusing statement right here to Saab. It says, "Do you see Boss Witch 669?"
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they're accusing her right now.
Then don't, Sav. Here's what I will say, and I will say this with my full chest. There's a 3-year-long criminal investigation that led to a woman's brake lines being cut and her being unalived for 24 minutes. 24 minutes. That is still a federal case under investigation. That is all I can say on that case. That is all that I will ever say on that case until it is tried and convicted. That said,
sorry.
If there's enough evidence that isn't within the court case, if there is enough evidence that isn't within the court case, I'm happy to out the person. I haven't seen it.
Oh, there's screenshots.
I had to scroll and screenshot it. Because who else would come in here and tell someone who is claiming to be a victim of rape? Did you tell the authorities that you falsely accused an immigrant of rape? Why would a comment like that be made in this chat right now when we're talking about Josh, not Sav?
See, that's like what I was saying earlier, though. It's like if what you're doing is trying to get a PSA out, that's one thing. But when the PSA also comes with blaming an entire community for not doing something about it, when you don't have the stuff to do anything about it, other than talk to the person, that's the point that I was making a while ago.
This is what I resolved to, because like I said, this has been going on with multiple.
Hold on, Ursa. Okay. I'm literally looking at like legitimate thousands of screenshots right now. We need to fucking talk off app because what I'm seeing is not what you're saying in certain situations.
I'm not saying anything on Sav's situation because I know nothing of Sav's situation. Nothing at all.
I do. I have all the screenshots from between her and Josh.
I am not talking about Sav. I am talking about Josh and his pattern of predatory behavior amongst people in the community, because Sav is not the only person in here claiming to be a victim of his.
What I'm saying, Urs, is there's a thing that happens, okay? Somebody doesn't like somebody. They mention something, even if the person did do something once because they were pissed off, right? Somebody doesn't like them. He does something there's proof one time. That person fucks up one time. They are now labeled for the rest of their fucking life as that type of person, correct? That is how mob mentality thinks about things. Check it out. Check it out. You, as a child, may have done something stupid, like stole the fucking dollar from your mom's fucking piggy bank, and forevermore your mother thinks of you as a goddamn thief, even though you're not, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same fucking thing. And I have the screenshots between their conversations from the shit that happened before with what I was talking about, which is why I was saying, hey, maybe there's more to this that's not being shown and not being said. And unless you have the actual evidence to prove it, to prove that is the actual behavior going on, then I would suggest letting your lawyers and letting the court do their justice so that you have proof to do that instead of public claims, because that hurts your case.
Liam,
that hurts your case.
I don't have a case against this man for anything he's done to me. What I have been is an observer of his pattern behaviors, of predatory behaviors, and things that he has said specifically to me, justifying those predatory behaviors, is what I am calling out. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 people in here right now who are saying, Josh did this to me. I am saying, I believe you because I've seen him do it, and he told me himself that the specific details of him and Sav, I know nothing about at all, because I don't know Sav, and I just barely unblocked Josh. So this isn't a personal thing between him and Sav. This is, once again, Josh is doing the predatory behaviors that he's been doing that I've been calling out since a year and a half ago. I literally have no legal standing against Josh. What I have is a recognition that this pattern of behavior that he exhibits is harmful to women. And when we ousted him, he went to go hide in North Talk And that's how he remained somehow relevant, by sitting in a box with you. And that's why I sent the text messages and said, hey, I got to find them. I said, hey, because this was a long time ago. Remember, this was like last year sometime, or maybe early this year.
I vaguely remember you sending me something about the situation. I mean, telling me that's none of my business. I'm staying the fuck out.
The point is, whether you feel it is none of your business or not, what I am saying is, hey, this repetitive behavior that we actually have proof of, because we were watching it happen and we're watching it unfold, is a repetitive pattern. And I'm going to keynote again something that you stated, thinking I was talking about soft, was I am not going to stop until I am satisfied and know that they are okay. He said he rationalized the same behavior when it came to Regina, because I wasn't talking about soft. That rationalization of your ill behavior because you're not going to be satisfied until you feel that they are okay. What does okay even fucking mean? That means you're going to do whatever you can to keep tabs on someone who told you, leave me alone.
Now that's being taken out of context. I'll put it to you like this. If this woman here sitting next to me that I am dating and care very much about called me and told me that she was just raped, right? And was in the hospital and called me and told me, hey, I need you to come down, I would do everything in my fucking power, nonstop communication to make sure she's safe.
Okay.
That's the context of that.
I understand that.
That's but
you also said in that same statement, hold on.
Saying that is the likeness of stalking somebody is a false narrative.
Hold on.
The stuff that happened
you
before
also stated that she blocked him in the interim.
Stuff that happened before from the other stuff.
So wait, hold on. She did block him and then unblocked him the next day and blew up on him in text messages, which is why I'm saying, like, hey, we should probably take this off app and actually look at some of the evidence, go through it and whatnot. Like, I believe you that there is a pattern, and I believe you that it may be toxic, because it does sound toxic regardless, right? I'm just wondering if the accusations of dangerous, toxic, yes, but is toxic the same as dangerous? Because I can be a toxic motherfucker, you know that.
Okay, first of all, I want to clarify. Sav never came in here making any claims whatsoever. She did not. She didn't mention anything about anything that was happening.
Well, when you said his last girlfriend, when you said his last girlfriend, that was his last girlfriend.
No, I didn't say his last girlfriend. I said it's a pattern of behavior that he does towards women. Because Nikki was never his girlfriend, and he did the same thing to Nikki. Hitman was never his girlfriend, and he did the same thing to Hitman.
I was never his girlfriend.
What I'm pointing out is a pattern of behavior that is dangerous because it is stalking. And then when he gets mad at you, he returns and doxes you.
Instead of this being on live, how about we take this off live and have a conversation?
Because I tried to take it off live last year, and it was ignored, and everyone told me the same thing, that it wasn't their concern. That's why I'm not taking it off the live. Because I've been talking about how he is, and when he gets upset that you don't love him the way that he wants you to love him, he will dox you and to go seek out people who he knows does not like you and dox you and spread false information to cause harm, is what I am saying. I was talking about it privately last year, and it was ignored. Everyone approached me with the same, it's none of my business, it's none of my concern. It sounds like fucking drama.
But you're getting heated, and the easiest way to take care of this, if we go ahead and take this off live.
We're not saying that we're going to ignore it. All we're saying is let's look at the evidence, and if you want to do a live where you actually call him out, do it with proof. That's all I'm saying. That's legitimately it.
The proof is here. He's done this as a
eyewitness fucking testimony is the least held up in court, is all I'm saying. Let's find enough.
We're in a community of people where he lingers around.
The court is dictated by a community of your peers.
I'm not a lawyer.
At the end of the day,
we're not a lawyer. We're not in court. There's no way to handle this legally. We've already established that.
Hang on.
It's social media. This is not court. It's social media. Let the courts handle it their way, because this is not court. This is social media.
This is not court, exactly. And as in our communities, we're going to protect our community.
There are people that are There are people that are taking him to court. Fine, but if you want the community safe, all I'm saying is do it in a way to where it can't be refuted. Because at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the fucking day, I could look at Hitman and be like, dude, you literally sat in Dragon's Live and then came over here to Ursa's Live and played both sides. You're no longer credible to me. Witchy Customs, I don't know you from hell, but you haven't said shit, so I feel like you're just watching. I could look at Shadow Wolf and say, hey, you flip-flopped on both sides of multiple arguments, and Shadow Wolf's my fucking uncle. So what I'm sitting here saying is that I can literally pick apart each person's character and be like, hey, listen, I can pick apart my own as well. What I'm trying to say here is do it right to where it can't be refuted is all I'm fucking saying. If you want safety, make it proof.
Are you reading the comments? There's people in the comments telling you that they've been giving screenshots. Listen, Nikki right there. I've been giving screenshots for a year now.
I can say that the sky is fucking purple.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's reality unless there's actual evidence behind what is said, factual evidence, screenshots of the behavior, screenshots of the behind-the-scenes conversations of what you're talking about, and enough evidence to state what is being stated by these people. It is fucking hearsay.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying is not that I don't believe any of you. What I'm saying is that in a court of public opinion, which is what you're trying to do, is keep a community safe by putting this information out there. I'm saying do it the right way. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I was trying to say, but
the thing is, Spiritual Hitman, you can make that hand motion all you fucking want, but at the end of the day, I've been doing this for 15 fucking years. You can have fun with that all you want. But what I'm saying is do this right or don't. It's up to you. I just don't want you to look like an ass or not be able to back what you're saying. That's all I'm saying.
I can back what I need to back. You take my name out of your mouth, because you don't know.
You guys are deviating. You guys are deviating. You're deviating. This is about Josh.
More about her mental safety.
Okay.
And
If that's how you want to run it, then I can't back that. I'm sorry, Oracle. If you want to take it,
right now. I'm letting you hear it from his voice right now.
I'm not worried about her physical safety, but I'm worried more about her mental safety. Knowing that if she's turned her on her friends before all this happened, it kind of went down a downward spiral. I watched Wendy's video from another account that I had to just make just to see if anybody else was talking. And she stands in solidarity with you, but at the same time, I see in the comments she's mentioned Regina doxing people as well, or no matter the bad taste in her mouth, but right now she stands in solidarity. But I've reached out to Tiger, I've reached out to Redline. People need to keep a very close eye on her. If she truly has CPTSD from traumas from before, like she says, and what she tells people is true, this is going to smack her in the face so damn hard. And every instinct in me right now is telling me to get confirmation that she's okay, one way or the other. I'm not going to rest until I do.
No, that's fucking creepy. That right there is what I'm saying. It's fucking creepy.
I think you should get some sleep because I'm sure you have work today. But Regina does not want you to bother her. So do yourself the favor and don't worry about it. She's taken care of. She's put under protection. If you choosing to go over a boundary or under a boundary or around a boundary just for your own sake or peace of mind is not okay.
And the problem being is that same conversation. I've had that same conversation with him on two different people's accounts that don't walk in the same circle.
Yeah, no, that's fucking creepy. And that's all I'm saying is freaking back it. When you make a claim, back it. Be like, hey, this is from his mouth. That's it.
It took me a minute to find it. It's like I said, it's from fucking a long while ago. Because this is a repetition of pattern behavior.
Yeah. But like she's been saying, when you bring it before the court of public opinion, there is a way to go about doing it, and there's a way not to go about doing it. I've been trying to steer it back to the way of doing it, but it's one of those, everybody talking at once didn't help, so.
That was a conversation he had with me. I don't care about the details of what him and Regina had going on because I didn't care for Regina whatsoever. I cared about Regina's safety when she was being attacked by Razook. And that's what that whole context was about. He was trying to excuse him using Red Lion and Tiger Bomb to keep a close eye on Regina, and he wasn't going to stop until he was satisfied. And it's just like, that's why I said what I said. I was like, your personal emotions or whatever you feel are not valid because you were told to leave her alone. Regardless of how I personally feel about the women he does this to or the people he does this to, when you purposefully cross boundaries and justify it by saying, well, I'm not going to be okay until I know they're safe, there's a fucking underlying threat there that people are wanting to ignore in this very moment. He is justifying his stalking behaviors to other people as I'm the good guy. I want to make sure they're okay. When that's not the case, because we see the videos, we see the patterns. We've watched him and her, because I just became mutuals with both of them. I have no interaction with Sav at all, in private or anything. I have not had any interaction with Josh in private or anything, but I have been watching, and I've been watching the videos,
Right.
and I've been watching the sequence, and I was like, oh, here we go again. And that's why today, when he made the video claiming that there was no federal law against doxing, it set me off. Because now you're justifying your doxing of her mother's address after her sister passed away because it's not against federal fucking law.
Right. And see, like, he is even said, it's like, there has been multiple different times that these conversations have been brought. I have talked to him multiple times. Past that, really, there's not more I can do. I've tried to get these situations handled amicably. I really have. I don't know what more I can do. But the part that I was having the issue with is when I came in here, you were blaming the entire Norse community because of actions you're talking about that he has done. You cannot blame an entire community for him.
Because he's in the comments. He says no addresses were shown or posted.
Right.
Oh, so you just showed the property? You showed something to cause intimidation and make someone feel unsafe, but because the actual address wasn't shown, ha ha ha. And I wasn't blaming the whole Norse community, Shadow Wolf. I was blaming the specific people that I took it to in private, and I was greeted with, no, we don't care. I don't give a Holiday, specifically Holiday said, I don't give a fuck.
But you did say the entire
answer.
community. Yeah, but you did say the entire community too. That's the point that I'm making.
No, what I said is he goes to hide in Norse talk.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to the people that he claimed were his gothies and his mentors, I was told in return it was none of their business. And I left it at that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to block them and I'm going to tell whoever I care about to be careful for Josh. Because this is a pattern of behavior that he exhibits. Period.
Okay, so Josh says, I showed a Facebook post, which was public record, and a mugshot and court records, which are also public record. If you look at the stuff I've shown, I redacted a lot of the information, didn't I? That's what
I haven't seen it because I don't care to look, because again, this is pattern behavior, and this right here, excusing, it was on a public platform. If I have my fucking Facebook to private and you're a mutual friend of mine, it may be a public platform, but only are the people who I allow access to allowed to see what I post there. So using the excuse that it's not illegal still does not make it okay and still does not make it not fucking predatory behavior. And that's what I'm talking about, walking the gray line of what's legal and illegal. I am not a fucking lawyer. I don't give a fuck what the courts have to say about shit about fuck. Your actions and your behavior is sick. You are a predator. Period. Period. No matter how you want to justify what you do and why you do it, it's the fact that you do it, and then you find little loopholes. Why didn't you show the actual address? I redacted some things. It's the fact that you even fucking posted it to cause intimidation. You posted it to cause a fucking reaction, to make someone feel unsafe. Do you hear me? I don't give a fuck if it was legal. I don't give a fuck if it was if I fucking said it myself. If you repeat something I tell you to cause malicious intent, like harm, mental health, or fucking my own safety, it's still gross behavior. And nothing you say in here is going to change my mind on it, because I've been watching you do this for fucking years now. Stop it. You were told last year, I told you in that voice message, you needed to go to bed and you needed to stop. Because your behavior, regardless of why you feel you're justified to doing it to anyone, is wrong. End of fucking story.
Yeah, on to the Holiday thing. Honestly, Holiday's gonna say that he doesn't give a fuck about a lot of shit. He says that all the time. Like, I'm not even surprised that that's
I don't even care.
You got
Holiday's got a lot of things going on that have nothing to do with social media, so it's like, let's go ahead and leave Holiday out of it.
Well, I said his name because that's who I took it to last year.
No, I understand that. It's one of those, I'm talking about if it get, from that point on. It's one of those, I get where you're on there. It's one of those. But I did see one thing here. Hang on.
No, because I was told in that freaking Norse Talk Peace Live that whenever there's an issue with someone within our community, take it to us privately. And I did. And I was responded with, we don't care. So then, yeah, I am going to be loud on a live about it. I am going to say, hey, this has been going on. And this continues to go on. And I talked to him privately about his behavior and how it was unacceptable. Because it is. Regardless of what loopholes we want to look at, it's unacceptable to sit there and for a man to use anything against a woman to try to intimidate.
And I will say this to you also, Josh. You're bringing up a name of someone who isn't here to talk for themselves. So you need to back your shit up too. Okay? You said ask somebody's name, whatnot, about this. That person's not here.
Let him in the box. That's what I'm going to suggest. Let him in the box. So if he has screenshots that are contrary, so he has a defense, let him speak. You want to have a feel?
Let it be a platform from me, period.
Then let's do it in the chaos server.
Then put it in the chaos server.
No, we
can do this in the chaos server.
His victims that are in here are not in the chaos server.
I will make a small server for anybody who wants to go in it.
Oh shit! Wait! Look, now we know who that boss witch was who came in and made the comment about her making the claim about being raped by an illegal immigrant. Oh, look at that! How you fucking tell on yourself when your fake accounts. Imagine that. Look at that. He gets no fucking platform. I don't give a fuck what he has to say. Look what he just said in the comments.
He was in the comments when that person made it.
No, he was not.
He was.
Yes, he was.
No,
he was on his other account, but he wasn't on the boss witch one. There was another one that came in that was speaking.
Why is people defending you?
Why would someone sit there and say that you falsely accused an illegal immigrant of rape, and then he comes in and again, the illegal immigrant. That's what I'm talking about. I see shit that other people don't say. The illegal immigrant right there is him telling on himself. So you guys are not sitting in a room with him to see if he's on his computer and his phone at the same time. So do not do that. But what you will see is the same word choice, okay? And if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you.
Why is everybody defending the person when there's victims in here that's been hurt and damaged, and people are sticking up for the person that's doing the damage?
Everybody? Who's everybody? You got a mouse in your pocket?
Fuck you, dude.
Don't start your shit, you guys. This is about Josh.
Seriously. You just said everybody.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Liam FaceTimed him. He is literally in his bed with his single phone in his hand, and he is literally not on anything. I can prove that to you if you would like.
Oh, because you know what? Look what I could do. I'm right here in front of, with my other phone, right here. Oh, look what I could do. I'm right in front of my laptop. Look what I could do when I answer my fucking phone. Now I'm in bed. I have been dealing with Josh for over a year and his tactics. I played the conversation that he had with me. I am not going to sit here and continue
I am
my case on this.
I
This
am
is where I'm
agreeing
at.
that the
He
conversation
is a predator.
He
He is a predator, and whatever he wants to say falls on deaf ears because, again, I see right through him, and I've been telling everyone about this behavior. If he wants to come in here and his actions of basically justifying what he's done is saying it's not illegal, Maddie. He didn't say he didn't do it. He said it's not illegal.
I'm not sitting here justifying that he's creepy at all. I'm saying that I do not believe that that was his account
I do.
because the verbiage was different. The word was the same because he read the comment.
He was not in. I could see who comes in here when they come in here. He was not in here on that account when that comment was made. I screenshotted it. That account, that I'm not going to argue this.
This
I'm
is
not,
stupid, actually.
because one, I didn't even know that happened to Sav, and then for someone to come in a fake account and make the claim that she made a report against an illegal immigrant, as if illegal immigrant has anything to do with the fact of whether or not she was SA'd or not,
Right.
and then to repeat it on his account using illegal immigrant as if illegal immigrant had anything to fucking do with her being SA'd.
There's another
There's that.
intimidation. Intimidation.
That's what it is. It's intimidation, and it's fear tactics.
Do you want me to set up a server for all of the evidence to be put in or no?
I personally, I don't want to at this point because I've already proven my point. The proof is in the
No,
pudding.
that's
But if
but
you
the point
guys
is-
want that, if the people who have been abused by him, either stalked by him or manipulated by him, or all the things that we are claiming that he does within our communities want that, then I don't see why not.
yeah.
And then like Nikki, she's been posting the evidence for a year, over a year straight. She has been posting the evidence. And the thing is, it's like the disconnect is not every. She went and blocked everyone that was on his friends list for her own safety. So, granted, I know a lot of people didn't see that evidence because she had a lot of people blocked.
Right.
These are people who have really suffered by his hand. Like, I literally had a conversation with her not long before you came in talking about her psyche and the manipulation that he does to affect her psyche and to protect herself from that, because she's still having issues. She was just in a box before you came in talking about how she's still having issues when it comes to what he's done.
Yeah, she was.
A victim is a victim.
Right. And like I said, the two different people that have came to me don't walk in the same circles even. And the same exact verbatims is what was being brought to me. I had conversations with him in those situations, tried to set things up at that point in time. That's all I could actually do. But here's the thing. The fact that two different people from two different walks are having the same stories as everybody else coming in here, that does make it sound very, very, very toxic and very, very predatory on his end. However,
Okay.
as we said,
This
bringing
point,
it
I
to the
feel
court
like
of public
logic.
opinion, you have to go about it one way when you're not an actual officer of the court. You have to bring things to the court of public opinion a certain way. And at this point in time, that's what we're asking if you want to do. We're giving the option of put everything all ducks in a row
Okay, if you guys want to do that, do that. If you guys that are in the chat,
What I'm gonna
have
do
the proof,
is
do that. If
what I'm
that's
gonna do is I'm gonna make an open server and I will send it to whoever wants it. Just shoot me a DM. I'll send you the link. If you want to put your evidence in there, great. If not, there's a chaos server with a screenshots section. You can put it in there if you want to do it that way as well. I don't fucking care. I don't have a dog in this fight. I really fucking don't.
But sharing screenshots that are private, that he shared to somebody else that weren't supposed to be shared with anybody else, that ain't really fair to somebody when that happens to somebody. That's sharing information to hurt somebody.
Actually, no, this isn't sharing. This isn't the sharing. The stuff that goes there is to go there as evidence. This is trying to form the actual black and whites that everybody asks for on the pattern of behavior.
But the screenshots they're talking about is what's private between her and him, and then he shared it to somebody else.
Oh, okay. My mistake, but
yeah, because like Dave even said, he shared all the screen recording of his conversation with Sav.
right.
That ain't fair to her.
No.
Because there's also conversation that happens that isn't able to be screen recorded in between text messages and things like that. No, you can't.
Here's the thing also. If they're going to do this server thing, I want to make sure that this is for the purpose of evidence. This is not something that's going to be put onto a YouTube live. This is not something that's going to be put out on. This is for if none of these people actually want to speak in a live, that's perfectly fine. It's one of the, this is for the point of the actual public service announcement about what is going on, because the way it's going right now, it's going in this circle, and nobody is connecting the dots.